So now let's see how to do retro animation inside of Toon Boom. So for that, I have my Photoshop file open here with the character sprites for a retro character. So what I have to do is I have to divide them onto layers so that I can import it into Toon Boom and start animating right away. So I have the sprite character right here. So if you were to search on the internet for character sprites, and you'll actually find it in this format. So now I have the layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create copies and then crop them out later, just like that. So this is my layer, as you can see. So I'm going to duplicate out this layer just like this. So I'm going to duplicate out this layer, duplicate out that layer again. So I'm just going to go around here. So this is going to be for this. So this is going to be okay. So let's go around with the direction for the name. So there are 4 directions, as you can see: left, right, up, and down. So this is going to be down. So I'm going to say D1 for this one. So this is D1, D2, D3, D4, and so forth. So I'm just going to go around like that. I'm going to duplicate this layer out. So just duplicate the layer out. So duplicate. So this is going to be D2, just like that. And then I'm going to move this around, as you can see. So I'm just going to move it around and overlap it on this section right over here, just like that. So that is going to be D2 over there. So duplicate this layer out again. So I'm going to duplicate this layer, duplicate that out as D3, just like that. And then move it around over here, just like that. Overlap it on the top, just like that. So this is going to be the main area, which I'm going to crop off later on. So that's D3. I'm going to duplicate out, duplicate the layer. This is going to be D4. So the naming is important because that is how it'll appear in Toon Boom. So just like that, that is going to be D4. And I'm going to drag it around over here, just like this. So that is going to be D4. So now let's go for up 1. So up 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's duplicate it out. So let's duplicate the layer. It's going to be up 1 right over there. And for up 1, let me just use this one layer right over here. So just gonna go over here. I'm going to go around and crop this area off, just like that. So that is going to be the up 1. So duplicate again. So duplicate layer. Duplicate layer over there. So up 2. And drag it around over here. So this is going to be up area, just like that. Right click, duplicate layer. And this is going to be up 3. And drag it around over here. So this is going to be up 3 right over here. Duplicate this layer around. This is going to be up 4. And drag it around. Just the up 4. Just like that. All right. So up, all the up characters are done. So now let's go to the left. So gonna duplicate this out again. Duplicate the layer. This is going to be L1. So left 1. Drag around. This is going to be left 1 right over here, just like this. So left 1, duplicate, layer, L2, and drag it around over here. And duplicate, L3, drag it around over here. This is going to be L3, duplicate, L4. Just like that, and drag it around onto the left. So now let's go for the other part. So let's duplicate this around as well. So that is going to be right 1 now. So right 1, drag it up, just like that. This is going to be right 1. Duplicate layer, right 2, almost done. Just like this, right 2. Duplicate layer. This is going to be right 3. Drag it onto the left and duplicate layer. And this is going to be right 4, just like that. So drag it around onto the left, just like that. So all of the layers has been done. So now the magic happens. Now you crop it out. So you use the cropping tool right over here and then crop out this area right over here, this area. So just like that. Crop out this area, just like that. So just this area. Press enter and there you go. You got all of the layers, as you can see, just like that. So you got all of these layers right over here on a single area. So now this is what I'm going to import in Toon Boom. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Save right over here onto my desktop. and that is going to be my character. So that is going to be my retro character, just like that. And I'm going to press save, just like that. All right. So once I press save, I'm going to go to Toon Boom now. So I'm going to open up Toon Boom right here. And to import that file out, I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to Import, and going to go to Images. So I'm going to click on Browse. I'm going to select the retro character Photoshop file. I'm going to press Open. I'm going to import this as a Toon Boom bitmap drawing, and I'm going to keep the alpha to straight and create layers based on file name. So once I do that, I'm going to press OK, and here is where you have to be very careful. So instead of selecting individual layers as we did in previous lesson, you want them as animation frames. So you have to group them as layers, just like that. So group as layers and transparency straight, press OK, and now it's been right here. So you can see that there's the animation right here and our retro character, just like that. So in order to animate that out, we need to peg it out. I can actually delete this because the frames are actually all there. So I can actually delete all of this out, and over here I can go on to the library and choose the frame that I want later on. So I'm just going to delete that out, and I'm going to create a peg. So I'm going to delete this drawing. So just delete this drawing. I'm going to create a peg. To create a peg, I need to go to Windows, I need to go to Toolbars, need to enable display so that this comes up, and I'm going to click on display all. So now I can add in a peg and drag in the character onto the peg right here. So what I'm animating is the peg. So just like that, I can go around, you can see that I can resize the peg and so forth, just like that. But anyways, now let's do the animation. So let's say the character is on the top. I can go over here. You can actually type in the letter as well. So let's say I want to let the character walk from bottom to top and then on to the right. So let's just go 1 underscore. So the name that we actually added in Photoshop is what I can type in right here. So 1 underscore, that's layer 1 underscore up 1, just like that. So up 1, so the character is in that position now. So I can resize the character as well. I can go to the peg and resize. So whenever you resize, you animate, you go to the peg so that it actually works around. So there you go. You have the character right over here. So let's say the peg is there, and for around this amount of frames, I'm going to press F5. It's going to remain the same. And then the character is going to walk up. So right around till the 20th frame right over here, let's say the character will walk up. So just like that, around from 4th, just gonna move it around a bit so that there's a bit of an animation going on right here. So it's still, and now the character moves up right over here, just like this. So there's the animation right over there. So that's too fast. So let me just bring it down over here. So if I were to play it, you have this. So bring it down even further. So just like that, you have the animation there. But now I need the character walking. So right here on this section, from this section, I need to change the up into this, up 2. And then next frame is going to be up 4 right over here. And you can see that this is how it actually looks like. So I can go over here. I can go to up 2 again. And over here, up 4. So to work around it even in an easier way, I can enable the X seat. Let me drag in the X seat over here. So let me just drag in the X seat over here. And I can access the X seat now. So there's F1212 as you can see. So I can just copy this around and then paste it over here. Paste it and just paste out the up 2, up 4, and up 2 right over here. So just like that, if I were to play this around, now this is how it seems. So it's kind of fast as you can see right there. So I don't want it fast. So I'm going to do up 2, just going to delete that. I can delete, if I delete it and then it actually messes up. So I'm just going to say up 4, this is going to be up 4. So maybe animating on 2s will do the trick if it is too fast. So space it out, paste it out, and up 2. Alright, so let's see if it slows down. Now you can see that there's the animation right over there. So if I were to play it, there's the animation over here. So 2 is still too much, so gonna have 3 just like this. So 3 frames, paste, and I'm gonna paste it out. as well. I can delete this out later on. So delete keyframes, delete these out, and let's play it around. Alright, so that's more like it. So you can see that now you have that animation. So now the character turns on to the right. So let's go over here on to 40th frame. I'm going to press F5 for example, and the character is going to move this side. So I'm just going to grab the peg, drag it onto this side right over here. So it's going to be too fast again. So let me just go around here. It's like that. So just like that. And now on from this side, I want the other frame. I don't want the up, but I want the right 2, just like this, and just like that. So there's the right 2, and from third frame, the right 3 over here. So right 3, right 2, not 2, but right 4 maybe, or right 1. Yeah, so right 1, 3, and 1 and 3. So just like that, I need to go over here and then paste out the frames right over here, right? 1, 3, 1, 3. So there you go. If I were to play that out now, you can see that there's the animation, but that's not the animation I want again. So over here, I'm going to add R2 again. So let's see if that does the trick. Yeah, so that's okay. I'm going to add R2. So I'm just calling out the frames as you can see. So I can go over here and I can add in the frame right here, I can add in the frame right here, and there you go. So just like that, I've added in the frames and you got the animation just like that. So if I were to play this around, you do need to take care of the timing just like that, and there you go, you got the retro character animation just like that. So you can just choose out the frames that you made in Photoshop and then work around in Xseed, choose the frame number, and you got the animation over there as you can see. So you can move this around even further so that it matches up the speed. So there you go. So that's how it actually works like. So you can make the character run, you can make the character change out anything. You can also add in mouse shapes and everything else to make it look like as if they're talking. So just like that, this is how you can create an 8-bit like animation that you see all around the web these days by using Toon Boom, just like that. And you can see that it is a lot easy to work with as well. So just like that, I'm going to replay this. So that's how it actually looks like. So that is how you do an 8-bit retro type of animation by using Toon Boom Harmony and with the help of Photoshop. You can also directly create the graphics in Toon Boom if you're comfortable with that, but usually for 8-bit type of character, I like to work around with Photoshop because it gives more of that pixel working easier. So hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.